Good evening. I am Dominique Thomas, a senior serving on the Alumni Leadership Council from Milton. I am standing in a place of history, a place of freedom, the African Meeting House on the north slope of Beacon Hill in Boston, the oldest surviving Black church building in the United States. More than 200 years ago, a community of Black and white Bostonians came together to build this church as a testament to the liberties promised by our Constitution and Bill of Rights, that all men and women are created equal. Within these walls, Frederick Douglass led, William Lloyd Garrison organized, and Maria Stewart, our country's first female political activist, inspired with these words. It is not the color of the skin that makes a man or woman, but the principle formed in the soul. The winds of history carry us to 56 years ago on this day. But now to Selma, Alabama, where a young John Lewis and Hosea Williams set out over the Edmund Pettus Bridge on a peaceful march to Montgomery, in pursuit of a dream for equality not yet realized. In formation, 2 by 2, hundreds of civil rights activists walked in pursuit of the right to vote. A message of freedom was met by a wall of Alabama state troopers, whose brutal response mobilized a movement and galvanized our nation. We dedicate tonight to Congressman Lewis, bridge builder and movement maker, whose life of courageous service inspired the founding of Project 351. As we welcome our new ambassadors, we share the Congressman's final message in this sacred place of history and freedom, as a call to action for all of us, to lead with love, serve with compassion, and build bridges with audacious hope.
Well, my time here has now come to an end. I want you to know that in the last days and hours of my life, you inspired me. You filled me with hope about the next chapter of the great American story when you used your power to make a difference in our society. Millions of people, motivated simply by human compassion, laid down the burdens of division. Around the country and around the world, you set aside race, class, age, language, and nationality to demand respect for human dignity.
Like so many young people today, I was searching for a way out, or some might say a way in. And then I heard the voice of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on an old radio. He was talking about the philosophy and discipline of nonviolence. He said we are all complicit when we tolerate injustice. He said it is not enough to say it will get better by and by. He said each of us has a moral obligation to stand up, speak up, and speak out. When you see something that is not right, you must say something. You must do something. Democracy is not a state, it is an act, and each generation must do its part to help build what we called the beloved community, a nation and world society at peace with itself.
Ordinary people with extraordinary vision can redeem the soul of America by getting in what I call good trouble, necessary trouble. Voting and participating in the democratic process are key. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent change agent you have in a democratic society. You must use it because it is not guaranteed. You can lose it. You must also study and learn the lessons of history because humanity has been involved in this soul-wrenching existential struggle for a very long time. People on every continent have stood in your shoes through decades and centuries before you. The truth does not change. And that is why the answers worked out long ago can help you find solutions to the challenges of our time.
Though I may not be here with you, I urge you to answer the highest calling of your heart and stand up for what you truly believe. In my life, I have done all I can to demonstrate that the way of peace, the way of love and nonviolence is the more excellent way. Now it is your turn to let freedom ring. When historians pick up their pens to write the story of the 21st century, let them say that it was your generation who laid down the heavy burdens of hate at last, and that peace finally triumphed over violence, aggression, and war. So I say to you, walk with the wind, brothers and sisters, and let the spirit of peace and the power of everlasting love be your guide.